If you did this with just $10 a day, you could be rich by the time you're 40. Have you ever heard a sentence like that and thought, yeah, right. If it were that easy, everyone would be doing it? I get it. It sounds like clickbait, like another empty promise in a sea of financial gurus shouting at you online. But what if I told you there's a core truth to that statement? A powerful, almost magical concept that most people either don't know about or simply dismiss. Today, we're not just going to talk about it. We're going to break it down step by step and show you exactly how a small, consistent habit can fundamentally change your financial future. Stick with me because this isn't about some get-rich-quick scheme. This is about playing the long game and winning. The secret sauce, the magic ingredient, is something you've probably heard of but maybe never truly appreciated: compound interest. Albert Einstein famously called it the eighth wonder of the world. He said, "He who understands it earns it ... He who doesn't pays it." So what is it really? In simple terms, it's earning returns not just on your initial investment, but also on the accumulated interest from previous periods. It's your money making money, and then that new money making even more money. It's a snowball effect for your wealth. Let's make this real. Imagine you start with nothing, but you decide to invest just $10 every single day. That's about the price of 2 fancy coffees, a lunch delivery, or a subscription service you forgot you had. $10 a day is $30 in a day trading challenge, and roughly $300 a month. It feels manageable, right? It's a small sacrifice. Now, let's see what that small sacrifice combined with the power of compounding can do. We're going to use a hypothetical scenario. Let's just say you reach 20 years old and you start investing that $10 a day into a low-cost S&P 500 index fund. Historically, the S&P 500 has an average annual return of around 10%. Of course, past performance doesn't guarantee future results. Some years are up, some are down. But over the long term, that 10% is a widely accepted benchmark. So you're 20, diligently putting away $10 a day, every single day. By the time you're 25, after 5 years, you would have personally invested $18,000. But thanks to the magic of compounding, your account wouldn't just be $18,000. With that average 10% return, it would be closer to $23,000. You've already made $5,000 just by letting your money sit and grow. That's a pretty good start, but this is where the magic really starts to accelerate. Let's fast forward another 5 years. You're now 30. You've continued your $10 a day habit without fail. You've personally contributed $36,000 over 10 years, but your investment portfolio? It's now worth over $60,000. Think about that. You've almost doubled your money. The growth is starting to become more and more noticeable. Your investment earnings are now a significant chunk of your total balance. Now for the big moment, we keep this up until you turn 40. 20 years of consistent, disciplined investing. You've put in a total of $72,000 of your own money over 2 decades. A respectable amount for sure. But what is your portfolio worth? Brace yourself. With that 10% average annual return, your investment would have blossomed to over $226,000. You've more than tripled your initial contributions. Your money has worked harder for you than you could have imagined. Over $150,000 of that is pure growth. That, my friends, is the jaw-dropping power of compound interest. You might be thinking, okay, $250,000 is great, but is that rich? Well, rich is a relative term, isn't it? For some, it means a private jet. For others, it means financial freedom, the ability to choose your work, travel, and not stress about bills. That $250,000 nest egg at age 40 is an incredible foundation. It's a launch pad. What if you let that money continue to grow, even if you stopped adding to it? By the time you reach a traditional retirement age of 65, that same $226,000 without you adding another dime could grow to over $2.4 million. Now we're talking about life-changing wealth, all seeded by a simple $10 a day habit you started in your youth. The key takeaway here isn't just the numbers. It's the 2 crucial elements that make this all possible: consistency and time. You can't just invest for a year and expect miracles. You have to be consistent. That $10 a day needs to become a non-negotiable part of your budget, just like rent or groceries. Automate it. Set up an automatic transfer from your checking account to your investment account every payday. Make it invisible. That way, you're not tempted to spend it. You pay your future self first, before anyone else gets a piece of your paycheck. The second ingredient is time. The earlier you start, the more powerful compounding becomes. A person who starts at 20 will end up with significantly more than someone who starts at 30 with the exact same contributions, because their money has an extra 10 years to work its magic. Time is your single greatest asset when it comes to investing. Don't fall into the trap of thinking, I'll start when I make more money. Start now, even if it's just $5 a day or $10 a week. The habit is more important than the amount in the beginning. So, how do you actually do this? It's easier than ever. First, you need a brokerage account. There are many user-friendly apps and platforms out there like Fidelity, Vanguard, or Charles Schwab. You can open an account online in just a few minutes. I recommend looking into a Roth IRA, which is a retirement account where your money grows tax-free and you can withdraw it tax-free in retirement. It's a fantastic tool for long-term growth. Once your account is open, what do you invest in? For most people, especially beginners, a low-cost, broad market index fund is the perfect choice. Something that tracks the S&P 500 like a fund with the ticker symbol VU or FXAIX gives you instant diversification. You're not betting on one single company. You're betting on the overall growth of the 500 largest companies in the US. It's a simple, proven strategy. Set up that automatic investment, and then the hardest part, leave it alone. Don't panic when the market dips. Don't get greedy when it soars. Just stick to the plan. This strategy isn't a secret. It's financial common sense, but it's not common practice. Why? Because it requires discipline. It requires delayed gratification. We live in a world of instant everything, and waiting 20 years for a payoff feels like an eternity. But true wealth isn't built overnight. It's built brick by brick, $10 at a time. It's the result of small, smart choices repeated over and over again until they become powerful habits. Think about what you could do with that financial security. You could leave a job you hate. You could start your own business. You could travel the world. You could help your family and support causes you care about. That is the true definition of being rich, having options, having freedom. And it all starts with a simple decision today. Will you find $10 to invest in your future self? The 40-year-old you will be incredibly grateful you did. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this broke down the concept in a way that feels achievable for you. If you found this helpful, please hit that like button and consider subscribing for more content on building a better financial future. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Are you ready to start your $10 a day challenge? Let me know. See you in the next video.